Okay, we're back. It's been probably about 5 minutes, and I did, check on it. I picked up the lid and, kept the lid over so that water, that condensation that builds up on the lid, I just kind of like let it drip back in. And I'm stirring this some more. The potatoes almost look like they're cooked, but they still sound a little hard, which means the carrots are too, and that's okay. I do like a little bit of a crunch in my vegetables, especially my asparagus. So in just a couple more minutes I'm going to test a potato. You have to be really careful with non-stick cookware. You don't want it to get scratched, so I use either wooden spoons or the non-stick spoonware. So that's not going through as easy as I would like it to. Let me pick another one. Yeah, that's a little easier. We're getting there. You can hear it, and it smells great. Yum yum. And like I said, once you get the potatoes to the tender way that you like to eat them, you can serve it like this or make a little bit of a roux. And usually after I make a roux, I let this sit for about 30 minutes so all the flavors can mingle. And then I warm it back up and serve it. And sometimes you can eat it, just like this as a solid dish. I like a little bit of starch, and I think the potatoes provide that just perfectly fine. Alright, I don't want to overdo my asparagus. And the potatoes look well enough. Okay, now, some people use a flour to make a roux. I like to use a cornstarch. I use a cornstarch because there is starch already from the potatoes and flour. Oh, this is a teaspoon. And I'm just going to drop it in there. Then I'm going to mix it in. If you need to add a little bit more olive oil, you can do that. I'm just going to add a little bit. As you can see, it's just a splash almost. I'm going to toss a little bit more pepper on here. You can also, I'm going to put it in my spoon so I can see how much, and it's not flying up all over the place. You can add other seasonings other than onion powder, salt, and pepper. You can add other seasonings like, I don't know, Cajun. If you want to put a little Cajun seasoning in there, or a little blackened seasoning, which usually goes on fish. Actually, you know what? Let me grab my blackened seasoning. That's a great idea. So I use the, I don't know, is that coming into focus? Not really. Okay, well, it's a blackened redfish magic. It's pretty tasty. So I'll just sprinkle a little bit in there. Alright, now the cornstarch, you can see there's kind of a little thickness going on here. Okay, so this is probably about a half a cup of water, but I'm not sure I'm going to use the whole thing. I'm just going to pour in a little bit to where you can see it on the bottom, and then I'm just going to stir this up. And the roux kind of has this green color, kind of greenish yellow. That's the asparagus. And that's okay. Asparagus is delicious. Alright, so I've got this roux going on. Carrots look great, potatoes look great, asparagus looks amazing. And then you can hear it come back up to a boil. Okay, back up to a boil. Let me get one of these little baby asparagus. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Yummy. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more water. Cornstarch is a great thickener. It makes a really great roux. But with cornstarch, the roux is almost clear, which is perfectly fine. Flour, it'll be more of a cream base looking. Okay, this looks amazing. This is done, really. I'm going to put the lid on it. I'm going to cut it off. And I'm just going to let it sit there. The pan is still hot, so it's still sizzling, as you can see. But that'll stop. And in about 30 minutes, I'll warm it back up, you know, to temperature where I can stand to eat it. And then I'll dish some out. This typically will serve probably, you know, 4 or 5 if it's a side dish. If it is your main dish, I would say 2 people, because I love eating vegetables, so I like a good helping of vegetables. Alright, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.